Hi, I'm attorney Ben Schwartz. Today we're going to answer the question, how much does it cost to prosecute a medical malpractice lawsuit case in Delaware? And, we've done some previous videos from watching. If you've seen any of the previous videos, you'll know that in medical malpractice cases, in any personal injury case, generally speaking, it does not cost anything to meet with an attorney to discuss your rights, to find out if you have a case. And if an attorney takes your case, most likely you're going to be offered a contingency fee agreement, which means that the attorney is paid a percentage of the settlement or a percentage of the recovery that he assists you to receive. And also, under contingent fee agreements, generally speaking, the law firm or the attorney representing you will advance the costs of prosecuting the case. In medical malpractice cases, things are a little bit different from your everyday routine personal injury case. Things are different from, slip and fall accident cases or dog bite cases or car accident personal injury cases. And the reason things are different is because there are requirements for how the attorney puts the case together. So we're going to talk today about what are the costs that are typically incurred in a medical malpractice case. If you file a lawsuit, any lawsuit, you've got a filing fee with the court. So in a Delaware medical malpractice case, you're typically going to be filing in the Superior Court of Delaware. The filing fee is just under $200. You're going to be serving the defendants. Whoever you're suing has a right to receive a copy of the lawsuit papers served upon them by the sheriff or by what's called a private process server. And so you're either paying the sheriff or you're paying your process server to go out and serve the lawsuit papers. And through the course of the litigation, you're going to have depositions. A deposition is a question and answer session that is recorded stenographically. It's recorded by a court reporter. And after you take the deposition, you order and pay for a copy of the transcript from the court reporter so that you have a copy of everything that was said during the course of that deposition. That can cost several $100s. Now, where a medical malpractice case really differs from other types of personal injury cases is that in a typical personal injury case, you have to have physician testimony to pursue the case in Delaware. In other words, you have to get a report from the doctor to say there were injuries caused by the accident. And that can cost several $1,000s. If you want to get more into the particulars of that, watch the video that I recorded as part of this series about how much does it cost to pursue a car accident personal injury claim in Delaware. But where a medical malpractice case differs is that it's not enough just to prove that there were injuries caused by the adverse event. In a medical malpractice case, you have to have a physician, at least in Delaware, in most medical malpractice cases, you have to have a physician to testify that the surgeon or the doctor who you're suing screwed up, did something wrong, deviated from the standard of care, meaning that the doctor that you're suing did something that doctors normally would not do if they were acting in a reasonable manner, or didn't do something that doctors normally would do under those circumstances if they were acting in a reasonable manner. And so in the state of Delaware, to prosecute a medical malpractice case, you have to, your attorney, your plaintiff's attorney, has to find a doctor who's qualified to give that opinion, and your attorney will obtain what's called an affidavit of merit and file that along with the lawsuit in the Superior Court. To have a physician, a specialty physician, a surgeon, orthopedic surgeon, a general surgeon, a vascular surgeon, or what have you, to have someone like that review medical records and reports and give an opinion and put it into the form of an affidavit of merit typically costs several $1,000s. Once the lawsuit is filed, that physician is needed to consult in the case, to produce additional materials such as reports and deposition testimony, and if the case goes to trial, that doctor is going to be needed to come to trial, typically to testify live or by videotape deposition, and that will cost tens of thousands of dollars. So the bottom line is, in a medical malpractice case in the state of Delaware, an attorney prosecuting the case can spend tens of thousands of dollars, sometimes even hundreds of thousands of dollars, to get the case from point A to point Z, to get the case from, the evaluation stage through trial, and if there's an appeal, through that appeal as well. So it's important, I think, to understand this. If you have been injured, if you're an individual, if you're a person and you've been injured as a result of surgical error, or you've been injured as a result of a doctor's failure to diagnose your condition or some other adverse event, you've been injured by a healthcare provider, it's important to know what the system is and what the process is, because on our end, we're going to be spending a lot of money to prosecute that case. And we don't take cases unless we intend to really fight for our client. We don't take cases unless we're really prepared to litigate the case all the way to the Supreme Court. And so it's important to know, when you go to an attorney with a potential medical malpractice case, it's important to know that the attorney is questioning, if I spend $100,000 or $150,000 prosecuting this surgical error case or prosecuting this failure to diagnose case, am I going to not only get my money back out of the verdict, am I going to be able to earn a fee under my contingent fee agreement, and after all is said and done, am I really going to be helping my client by creating a positive net benefit for them? In other words, after paying all the costs of prosecution and the attorney's fee, is the client going to end up with substantial remuneration, with a substantial recovery? And if not, then my suggestion is that as an attorney, you have no business taking that case. You've got to focus on the fact that it's always, what is the net recovery for the client? That's really what matters. So if you're an attorney watching this video, I hope you'll keep that in mind. If you're a consumer, someone who is trying to learn more about your legal rights, and you've had a adverse event happen and you're considering bringing a case against a physician or hospital or other medical treatment provider, I hope you'll be more informed about what the process is and what's required to prosecute a medical malpractice case in Delaware. Thanks for watching. I'm attorney Ben Schwartz. If you have questions that you would like answered about personal injury law generally, about auto accidents, slip and fall, medical malpractice cases, please send me an email. I'm at ben.schwartz@schwartzandschwartz.com. You can also go on our Facebook page. We're at facebook.com/schwartzandschwartz. You can send us a message there. You can also leave us a comment on this video or any of the other videos that we've got posted on Facebook, and we'll respond to you. If you give us a good topic for a video blog, maybe we can use your idea to tell people more about their legal rights. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.